Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is Angel from Angel Illustrations, and I'm back playing with colored pencils. It's been a while. Won't lie, I had lost a lot of confidence in the colored pencils. Every time I tried to pick them up, they didn't seem to do what I wanted them to do. And I thought maybe I'd done a little bit too much with markers and concentrated too much on that in the charcoal. A couple of videos on charcoal will be following, so don't worry, you're not missing out on anything. But I wanted to do a piece with a bit of heart and a bit of a story behind it. And initially I was going to do this with markers. It was one of those where it was a toss of a coin. So I thought, you know what, I'm not going to know about my colored pencil abilities and what I'm doing with them until I break them out and have a go. So yeah, that was my thought process behind the work on this. I started off with these fabulous Derwent line marker pens. Very, very nice pens. And there's a little bit of Faber-Castell pit markers in there as well. Just on the outline, dark colours, making sure that if I go over a line, I'm not going to lose it. And that was quite important because I do have a tendency to lose my lines, as we've seen on previous videos. But it's the whole idea where I just do what I normally do. It's the concentration of the pan pastels going onto my famous Clairefontaine paper, and then you just start hitting it with the Derwent Lightfast coloured pencils. And that's really, well, you've heard me explain my process with this so many times, but it's all about layering. The big difference is that I'm starting to incorporate other elements and other materials into my coloured pencil work, and it started with the Eclipse work, the two-piece diptych I did of Hunter's Moon and Supernova, where I started to incorporate markers into the work. And it's not heavy. It's not a massive heavy use of marker. All I'm using them to do is sort of augment and adjust the colours slightly. If I'm not happy with the depth of or the tone and I can't get any more coloured pencil down, I will go to the marker and I can overlay a very light grey or a very light skin tone, and it completely changes what I've put down, and it gives it that richness and the depth. And the alcohol in the marker melts the wax or the oil in the pencil, depending on which pencil I'm using. I do use various brands now, which allows me to go back over with the coloured pencils. So it's become quite a natural workflow. But as I said previously, coloured pencils weren't performing the way I wanted them to. But I think what really happened in my mindset was that the coloured pencils were just lacking that little bit of punch that I've grown accustomed to. And as a result, when I went into this one, and you can see it here on the arm of the robot, it's very textured, and that's all coloured pencil actually. And lots of depth, lots of texture, scratch. I didn't want that robot to be clean for obvious reasons. say robot, it's cyborg, part human, part robot. I am sure somebody will correct me in the comments. It's one of those things. But just going on to the picture itself. As you see it unfolding, there's organic elements, there's the cyber elements. I just wanted to, I don't know, I put a spin on the whole, where are we going in life? I mean, I live in the UK and it's a scary time. And I think my feelings came out quite strongly in this piece. God, that tree. There's a photo at the end of the video where I show the scale against the UK 5p piece, and that tree is absolutely tiny. But yeah, I just wanted some inorganic and organic. What's gonna happen? I'll leave the stories up to your own imagination. It's not my forte. But I just wanted to do something different, something with a better narrative. So, what you're seeing is me just sort of bulking things out, bouncing between brands of colour pencils. And there's not really that much more I can say. I mean, everybody knows my technique by now. So, just gonna hover around and I'll see you at the end of the video. So we're closing on the end of the video here, and you can just see that I was, like I was talking, just augmenting some of the shadows with markers. Just doing a couple of weird little things that are barely noticeable in the final product. They're so hidden in the background, in fact you've got to turn it to the light to see some of the reflections. So, yep, signature going down. So here's some of the actual finished photos. For scale, that's the veins I drew where the metal meets skin on the shoulder. You can see a lot of the light catching the elements there. That's the tree and the UK 5p. So, yeah, I'm back on the wagon. Let's see where this takes us.